Welcome to the fourth episode of our Data Science Ascent series. Today, we're building your workspace. A reliable data science environment is the foundation of your success. By the end of this video, you will have a verified, working setup ready for everything we cover in Module 1. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team and Technovative AI. We have 6 segments today. We will start by understanding why setup is critical, look at key concepts, install Anaconda, configure VS Code and Jupyter, discuss the difference between notebooks and scripts, and finally, wrap up with some essential troubleshooting. By the end of this video, you'll be able to install Python via Anaconda, set up VS Code with Jupyter, and understand core concepts like environments and kernels. This knowledge will turn future error messages into minor inconveniences rather than major roadblocks. Many beginners quit not because of the math, but because of environmental issues. It's frustrating when code works in a video, but not on your machine. We're going to fix that by building your workspace correctly, once and for all. Our goal today is a fully verified Python environment and a running Jupyter Notebook. We are being deliberate because a stable foundation saves hours of debugging later. Feel free to pause this video whenever you need to follow along at your own pace. Let's start with our first chapter. What is an environment? Before we dive into installation, we need to build a solid mental model. Understanding these concepts will make your tools feel intentional rather than magical. Think of an environment as an isolated toolbox. Each project gets its own, keeping libraries and package versions separate. This isolation prevents conflicts. If you update a library for one project, it won't accidentally break another. To help you navigate future error messages, remember these 3 terms. The environment is your workspace. The package manager, like Conda, stocks that workspace with tools. The kernel is the engine that actually executes your code when you hit run. Here is how they connect. The environment defines the space, the package manager provides the tools, and the kernel executes your code. If something stops working, these are the 3 areas you should investigate first. Chapter 2 is all about installing Anaconda. It is the industry standard all-in-one distribution for data science. It bundles Python, the Conda package manager, and essential libraries into one installation, which simplifies your setup process significantly. Anaconda provides everything you need to get started. Python itself, the Conda manager, pre-installed core libraries like NumPy and Pandas, and the Jupyter environment. It effectively handles the technical complexity, so you can focus on learning data science. For step 1, navigate to anaconda.com to download the installer. The site should detect your OS, but you can select it manually if needed. This is a large download, but it installs everything you need in one go. If you're on Windows, there are a few important choices. Ensure you check the box to Add Anaconda to Path. This prevents many common Python not recognized errors. For other settings, sticking to the defaults is usually the best approach for beginners. Mac installation is straightforward. Simply run the .pkg installer. If you have an Apple Silicon machine, be sure to select the dedicated Apple Silicon installer for optimal performance and compatibility. Finally, verify your installation. Don't just rely on the success message. Open your terminal or the Anaconda prompt, type python-version and press enter. If you see a version number, your installation is successful. If you see a version number, you win. It confirms that Anaconda is installed and Python is accessible. If you don't see a version, don't worry. This is common and fixable, likely a path issue. Jump to segment 6 for a 2-minute fix. It's a known, solvable problem. Chapter 3. Setting up VS Code. VS Code is a free, powerful, and lightweight code editor. While it's great for any coding, its Python and Jupyter extensions make it an exceptional workspace for data science throughout this course. Why choose VS Code for data science? It's fast, handles large notebooks easily, and is highly extensible. Plus, you can manage both notebooks and standard Python scripts in one interface, so you won't need to switch tools as your projects grow. Installing is simple. Download from the official site, run the installer, and then install the Python and Jupyter extensions from the marketplace. Just make sure to select the extensions published by Microsoft to ensure proper compatibility. After installing, connect VS Code to your Anaconda Python. Use the command palette to select your interpreter. Looking at the status bar for the Conda label confirms you've successfully linked your workspace to your Anaconda environment. Chapter 4. Your first Jupyter Notebook. This is the moment your setup becomes official. We'll create a file named hello-data.ipynb. Write some basic Python code and confirm everything is running exactly as it should. Follow these steps. Create your notebook in VS Code, then run 3 simple cells. The first checks your Python version. The second imports NumPy, and the third prints a confirmation. This verifies your environment is ready for real data science work. Take a moment to celebrate. You've just verified a professional-grade environment. Saving this notebook now gives you a clean starting point. This is your launch pad for every challenge and module that follows in this series. What makes a notebook verified? It's simple. Your cells run without errors, your libraries import cleanly, and you see the expected output. Achieving these 3 green indicators means your setup is solid and reliable. Chapter 5. Notebooks versus scripts. You now have access to both, but they serve very different purposes. Knowing which to use will change how you approach your data science tasks and organize your code. Notebooks are designed for thinking. They are perfect for exploring data, testing new ideas, and telling a visual story. You'll use them for almost everything in this course because they allow for rapid iteration and immediate feedback. Scripts are for shipping. When you have code that needs to run on its own without human intervention, or code destined for a production server, you use scripts. We will focus on these later in the course. Keep this rule of thumb in mind. Notebooks are for thinking, and scripts are for shipping. As a data scientist, you will often use both in the same day, moving from exploration in a notebook to production in a script. Here is a quick comparison of the two. Notebooks offer an interactive, cell-based approach, while scripts are more structured for automated tasks. You'll become very comfortable working with both as you progress through your journey. Chapter 6. Troubleshooting. If your installation didn't go as expected, don't worry. Most beginner issues fall into 3 categories. We'll look at common symptoms and their fixes to ensure your environment is fully functional and ready for work. Our first common issue is the Python not recognized error. This usually happens when Python isn't correctly added to your system's path during installation. It's simply a sign that your terminal can't locate the executable. The fix is often as easy as using the dedicated Anaconda prompt or rerunning the installer with the correct options. The second failure is when VS Code can't find your kernel. If you see warnings like "No kernel selected," it means VS Code doesn't know which Python environment to use. Use the command palette to select Interpreter and point it to your Anaconda installation. The third failure involves successful installation, yet failed imports. This occurs when you have multiple Python versions on your computer, and the one your notebook is using isn't the one where the packages are actually installed. A quick check of your sys.executable path will clarify which environment is active. Adopt a troubleshooting mindset. View every error as a clue, not a failure. Most problems stem from these 3 common issues. Work through them systematically. Identify the symptom, find the cause, apply the fix, and verify. Methodical verification is a habit that will serve you throughout your career. Verification should be a constant habit. Don't assume everything is working. Confirm it. Check your version in the terminal after installing, verify the interpreter in VS Code, and use a test cell in your notebook to print the active path. These simple steps baseline your environment. Your file hello-data.ipnbs is more than just a quick check. It's your central workspace for the rest of Module 1. It tracks your Python version, package imports, and core logic. Don't discard it, as you will return to this file for every upcoming lesson. Think of this module as a chain. Each episode picks up exactly where the last one left off, building upon your existing notebook. By the end of episode 8, you will have constructed a complete functional data analysis pipeline directly inside hellodata.inpyb. To summarize this episode, first, a disciplined setup saves hours of frustration later. Second, understanding the environment, package manager, and kernel makes errors manageable. Finally, remember that notebooks are for your exploration and thinking, while scripts are for the final shipping of your code. You now have a professional environment. You have Anaconda installed as your foundation, VS Code configured with the right extensions, and your hellodata.ipynpy file ready to serve as your workspace for all 8 episodes of Module 1. Your setup is officially complete. Next, in Episode 5, we cover the fundamentals of variables, data types, and collections. We'll be using the environment you just built to start writing actual data science code. I look forward to seeing you there as we dive into the building blocks of data.